I'm going to try and drive the entire width of England using as few roads as I possibly can. Why? Because I reckon it's possible to drive coast to coast, avoiding boring motorways and A roads entirely. Starting here in St Bees in Cumbria, I'm going to travel to Robin Hood's Bay near Whitby, sticking to green lanes as much as possible, the unpaved tracks that you're legally allowed to drive along. This epic 2-day, 150-mile challenge will take me on the remotest driving terrain that England has to offer. Naturally, I'll be doing it in something brand new and four-wheel drive, but not what you might class as cutting edge. I'll be doing it in a Lada. A brand new Niva, to be precise, with a bomb-proof reputation. They've been making these in Russia since the late 70s, but haven't been sold in the UK since 1997, until now. It's actually quite nippy. Little 1.7, 80 horses. A specialist importer will sell you a new one today for just 11 grand. This trip will be a stern test and help me decide if the Niva's a cut-price hero or a useless old relic. There's a hole in the dash which is the same shape as a radio, but it's not a radio, it's a hole. The challenge began with an immediate test of my off-roading skills. I'm never going to get round there. Already, I'm holding up road users. The Lada's 0 to 60 time is suitably Cold War, taking nearly 18 seconds. But that's no issue. On unsurfaced routes like this, the recommended speed limit is 12 miles an hour. This is public highway, just not the sort of public highway that most people use during an average day. This is great. There's some hill walkers there that are looking a little bit surprised. Oh, there's some big ruts. What the Lada lacks in luxury, it makes up for with essential off-road tools, like a low-ratio gearbox and diff locks for better traction. It's just cruising, absolutely cruising up here. It's not even breaking into a Soviet sweat. Green lane number 2 brought a new hazard. My first water crossing of the trip. I don't really know how deep it's going to be. It already says unsuitable for motor vehicles. Stay at a consistent speed. I can feel all the water underneath me. Oh, we've made it! The Niva was coping impressively, but to get the most out of the car, I decided to familiarise myself with the finer points of the handbook. Chapter 1, doors. Pull up the handle to open the door from the outside. And there's a diagram. Fresh air can enter the vehicle through the windows if the glass is lowered. With such technology, it was no wonder the ruts and ridges of the Lake District had been conquered. But now, the Niva faced an even tougher test, a daunting uphill climb that would lead me through to the North Pennines and County Durham. Oh, there's some big boulders now. Oh, sugar. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh, massive ruts, which I don't want to hit. Oh, I like that one. Our 2.5-ton Land Rover Discovery camera car grounded out. The Niva, which weighs half of that, soldiered on. Yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh! I'm like a mountain goat in this thing. I'm going to reach the summit. Yes! I've done it! Woo! There's some goats. Hey, how cool was that? I tell you what, lightness counts. Day 1 was complete. Day 2 began with a problem. That's quite large, isn't it? Fortunately, 2 members of the Green Laning Association came to my rescue. Crikey, is that a knife? I think I'm going to walk this way. The Niva's 1.7 petrol engine does 33 to the gallon, but for £500 you can have LPG fitted and benefit from half-price fuel. Is there a cheaper way of tackling the Yorkshire Dales in a car? I don't think so. Getting a bit of a lean on. The track's really fallen away from you now. You've got to worry that you don't graze the belly too much, although this has got a sump shield as standard. And there it is, and there. And there, and there. Oh, What a way to spend a weekend. Fetch me the next obstacle. Dale's done. Next, it was a dash through the North York moors and one last green lane before the finish line. And it was a wet one. I'm now driving along a riverbed. Albeit a rocky, quite shallow river, it's still a river, and it's totally legal, and it excites me a lot. I travelled on the most secret, yet arguably best roads in Britain, in a car whose only optional extra is a snowplough. Never been to Robin Hood Bay before. Did Robin Hood really come here? I doubt it. The Niva passed its test with flying colours. It had been brilliant. That's the cheapest brand new 4x4 on sale in Britain. And probably the best.